Come on.
Yo, what is up guys, Punkerzz here, and today I'm bringing you another Advanced Warfare commentary. Now today I'm going to be talking about something that a subscriber of mine wanted me to talk about. Basically, what equipment do I think is necessary for competitive gaming, what I use, what I'm planning on using if I haven't gotten something yet, and basically what I think other people should use as well, especially if they're like into competitive Call of Duty or stuff like that. So I'm going to say a couple of items here, and I'm going to go through kind of what they do, why they're helpful, and basically whether or not I think you should get them. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so the first piece of equipment that we will be talking about is a SCUF controller. Now you guys have most likely heard of SCUF controllers. It's basically just a specialized Xbox One controller that has 2 or 4 paddles on the back. Now these paddles are assigned to one of 4 buttons, so basically if you want to have your A button assigned to a paddle on the back, you can do that, or a B button. So a lot of people, use the SCUF controller because it's much easier to jump shot. Now, with the release of Advanced Warfare not too long ago, having a SCUF controller has become much more important because, Advanced Warfare with the double jumping and the boosting, there's really much more of a need to, be able to jump shot while you're playing, and so a SCUF controller is becoming much more relevant than maybe it was in the past Call of Duties. Like in the past Call of Duties, it was definitely helpful. Jump shotting was still a thing, but I think in this Call of Duty, the need to have one just kind of skyrocketed, and people I know that never planned on getting a SCUF controller got one because of Advanced Warfare. They thought they were good without one, and they were, but then when Advanced Warfare came out, they realized they were just behind. They needed one, and so I have a SCUF controller. I have the SCUF Yin Yang, I believe. It's the second one I have. The first one was the regular SCUF White, but it ended up kind of breaking, and the joystick was always aiming up, so I couldn't play like that, so I had to get another one. And so yeah, SCUF controller, I think it's necessary, especially when you get into the higher tiers of Call of Duty. I don't think it's necessary for public matches. Like I said, I know people that don't use them. I know of very good players that don't use them, so I don't think it is necessary, but I do think it will help you a lot, especially if you're trying to get a lot better at the game. So the second thing that I'm going to be talking about today is the Astro headset. Now, I said Astro, that's because I use an Astro headset, but this really just kind of is all headsets, Razer or Turtle Beach, whatever you want to use. I guess SteelSeries, there's a lot of headset companies, but I use the Astro A40 wired. I'm not sure if they make a wireless. I think those are the A50s are the ones that are wireless, but I use Astro A40s. It's my headset I use for everything. I talk on it when I'm talking to my teammates on Skype, and I listen to everything. I listen to game volume, Skype volume, everything with the Astro A40s. A mix amp is just such a great way to mix your teammates' voices with the game. So I really love that. And overall, they're just crazy comfortable. Now, a headset is a piece of equipment that I feel a lot of people have, and this doesn't even necessarily mean only competitive gamers either, because before I would turn competitive, I had a headset as well. I had a headset for public matches. I had a headset before I even knew competitive Call of Duty was a thing. And I think that a headset is something that a lot of gamers have, even if they're not that serious about it. It's just most headsets aren't that expensive. They're maybe somewhere between $50 and $70. And then when you get to a really high quality headset, it can be up to $200, for Astros and stuff like that. But you can get a pretty good headset for under $100, and so I don't think that headsets are really a really high tier piece of equipment. I think that a lot of people have them, so I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it. But a headset is a #1 priority, I think. Above all the equipment that I'll be talking about, a headset should be the first thing you buy, because Advanced Warfare, you hear boosting. You need to be able to hear people getting shot at, if an enemy is behind you shooting at you, all sorts of stuff, footsteps, anything like that is really important. You need to have one, especially to talk to your teammates. If you're trying to get a team together, you need to have a headset to talk to them, because there's not going to be a team out there that wants to play without communicating. It's just how Call of Duty is played. You need to communicate, so a headset is #1. Now the last thing that I'm talking about is a monitor. So I decided to keep this video down to 3 things, and a monitor is my last one. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, what do you mean monitor? Computer screen? That's kind of what I mean. So some of you guys may play on a television set, maybe have an HD TV in your living room, or maybe you just have a TV in your family room, something like that, and you plug your Xbox in and you play on that, which is fine. But the thing with those TVs is that the reaction time is very low. Or I guess very high. I'll say high. When I say low, I'm going to say closest to 0. Wait, reaction time. Okay, never mind. Okay, reaction time high is going to be closest to 0. So high reaction time is like a 1-2 millisecond, and a low reaction time is like 5 to 7 milliseconds. And millisecond sounds very fast, right? You know, I promise you that if you're playing on a TV that has like a 10 millisecond reaction time, and you move to a monitor that has a 2 millisecond reaction time, like you're going to see an immediate difference. Now, the reason that reaction time on your television or your monitor is so important is because if you think about Call of Duty, you know, some guy runs up in front of you and you see him and you immediately shoot at him. That's great, you know, that's your reaction time. You know, hopefully you have a fast reaction time, you can kill him, you know, before he kills you. But if your monitor is maybe or your TV is like a 10 millisecond reaction time, that's gonna add 10 milliseconds to whatever your initial reaction time was, because you know you're gonna see him and you're gonna hold down your trigger to shoot, and then 10 milliseconds later your character will do it on the screen. When the other guy may have the exact same reaction time as you, but his monitor is a 2 millisecond, and so he will start shooting 8 milliseconds before you. Now, obviously, I'm not going to account for host and connection and stuff like that. I'm just going to talk about, like, you guys are on LAN. But, so, the reaction time really matters, especially at, like, a really high level where everyone's reaction time is generally the same. Because, when you're in a public match, you know, there's people that like are half asleep, there's people that are stoned, there's people that are just drunk playing with their friends, there's people that are 9 years old playing on their older brother's Xbox that, you know, they don't really try. And so reaction time can vary a lot in public matches, but when you get to competitive and super high levels, you know, reaction time is generally the same, which is why the monitor really sets the difference. I have an Asus monitor, and I'm going to close the video out right there, guys. Now, all of my equipment is listed in the description below. I put it in the description of every single video so you guys can see what I use. It doesn't just mean gaming, it means video editing too. I put down the microphone that I use, and my game capture device, my Elgato, my Asus, my Scuff One, and I put all the links down there so you guys can go click on it and buy it immediately from there. My headset as well. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.